In every Tuesday, got Carlos, got Tyler, and Jay on the airways. Talking life and comedy, culture and reality. Three voices in harmony. HWP is the remedy. Every Tuesday, live on repeat. Feel the laughter, feel the beat. HollingsWorthless on your street. Catch the jokes, catch the flow. Got that vibe you need to know. Carlos, Tyler, Jay, they glow. Laugh about the highs and lows. Every story, every show. Feel the rhythm, feel the soul. Tune in, let your worries go. Every Tuesday, feel the flow. HWP, you already know. Tune in, let your worries go. Every Tuesday, feel the flow. HWP, you already know. Is the remedy. Every Tuesday, live on repeat. Feel the laughter, feel the beat. HollingsWorthless on your street.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HWP, the HollingsWorthless Program. I'm one of your hosts, Big Irish J. Hollingsworth. And as usual, we have the Hooligoons, the Goon Squad, the usual suspects, three of a kind, Trips, three men, no baby. Shout out to Baby Miles. The Three Musketeers, just the three of us. Three's Company, no Mr. Furley, starting with... You've seen him on Amazon Prime. He's the host with the most, part-time famous, full-time funny, Carlos Anthony.
Yeah, we in the building. What's going down, people? We happy to be here.
Yeah. And next we have the Seattle native, Chief Green Cloud, a.k.a. Hiawatha Smoking, a.k.a. Sacagawea, a.k.a. Potta Hot Mess, a.k.a. Chief Spittin' Bull. They call him the box checker murderer. They say he's uncancelable.
Murderer.
Tyler, the Mr. I'm not racist. Tyler, don't call me Joseph Smith.
Hey, call me Laughing Ears.
That was one of the song names on when I created that one that he wanted. So for anybody that's if you're listening to the podcast or you're watching the intro song, this is week 2 of we're doing a different intro song every week, and today was R&B. So what up, BS Jeffrey? So hopefully you enjoyed that. And Tyler was saying for next week he wanted an EDM native sounding song. So
yeah.
I was putting one together and it was called Laughing Ears. So that's my...
It's pretty native. That is pretty native for sure.
Get excited for that. That's going to be a banger, man.
A fucking banger.
Like a banger.
Oh.
We're going to have to start a new playlist just for our intros.
Dude, I should upload all these up on fucking what's it called, Spotify, and start charging.
There you
Absolutely.
Money for clicks now.
Yeah. This one is in the lead. Oh, you like this one, BS Jeffrey? All right. Here, you want a taste of the last one, or if you're no, we'll move on. Well, because we kind of got a short one because I'm Carlos and I are going up to the cellar tonight. So we have to end it at like 6:15. But and we're going to be playing an episode of the greatest not copywritten game yet, Slurred Speech, eventually. But we got a couple things. Well, first, I'm wearing my Boston chain because we are up 2 games to none against the
2 out of
Dallas.
the 7.
What'd you say?
They got 2 out of the 7 games in the finals. Wow.
We'll try. I
We only
fucking
need
just
2
explained this to
more.
him before we
They
got
only
on.
need 2 more before they win. That's crazy,
You
dog.
fuck. Tyler, before we came on, he was like, so what do they call it? Like, is it, I know it's a Super Bowl for the football, but what do they call it for the basketball?
Just the finals. Just
yeah.
the finals. So that's it.
The final countdown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
I
as
want
catchy as the Super Bowl, though. Honestly, they got to rebrand that.
the finals. Yeah, I don't know what they. Yeah, we should come up with a name. You have the Super Bowl. I mean, it's in a bowl, so what would the finals?
More
What
of
would
a
you call it?
Super hoop.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
the
almost
hoop
super hoops. Yeah.
super
dunk,
hoops.
Super
Super
hoop.
dunk. All right, me and Carlos can handle this one.
Yeah, we'll take it on from here.
We'll
Thanks.
figure it out.
Thanks,
Super
though.
sneakers.
You should get canceled on that alone.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I want to know about your shows from this last week. This last week for Carlos and I, we were at LA Comedy Club. How many green Boston fits do you have, Jay? You know what's funny is I since my weight loss, I've gone down 2 hat sizes, and so I just put up. I went from I think it was 7 3/8 to 7 1/4, and now I'm 7 1/8. So I had to get all new hats, but I put the old ones up on eBay. I put like a lot of like one of the sizes is like 16 hats, Red Sox and Boston hats, and then the other one's about the same. But now I have I'm probably back up to about 15 hats, different Red Sox, mainly Red Sox hats, and then I have a
Can
few.
you get
I
a
like
hat
this.
tailored?
I think there's
a little
things you can
snip.
get
Can we
that like
sew it?
put like a foam thing in here, but
Oh, that's
I'm
hilarious.
like, yeah, I was just like, nah, fuck it.
Are you
But
selling it as a bulk thing on eBay?
yeah, as a lot of
yeah.
hats. Nice, I respect it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dituro. I feel like I should say that a certain way. My name is Dituro. I don't know.
Well, we working on getting canceled today.
Yeah, well, we are going to be playing Slurred Speech, so
We're
if it
getting
doesn't
ready for
happen
Slurred
before
Speech.
then,
Right. This is gonna be a hot one. Let's go with it.
yeah. But yeah, all last week we were at LA Comedy Club. Shout out to LA Comedy Club and Matt and Joaquin and all those guys up there at the Strat. We've talked about this before. That might be one of my favorite places to perform in Vegas, just because the way the room is set up and they're on you, and it's great. But yeah, it was a good week overall. There was one show I was telling the story about how from online dating I went out with a trans chick, and in the middle of the joke, this guy yells out, he goes, "Punching low," and I go,
Just randomly.
yeah, and that was my reaction,
Punching
Tyler.
low.
I go, what? He goes, "Punching low." I go, what are you saying? And he goes, like Chappelle punch. I go, oh, you mean like punching down? I go, and then I just said from the stage, I was like, well, to be punching down on someone, you have to look at them being below you, and I feel we're all equal, so I'm just punching straight across, right into her dick. Yeah.
Did you say that right into her dick?
Yeah. I did. I mean, you still got to have jokes, you got to make it funny.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I got my
That's
point
hilarious.
across, and people clapped, and and
sure
then we
did.
moved on. And then Carlos talked to him afterwards, and the guy, what did he say, Carlos? Like he thought he was being funny?
Yeah, he was like, man, I was trying to be funny. I meant to say I was punching down. And he's like, neither one of them makes sense to what you're talking.
Yeah.
Like what was being said on stage. Not only that, Jay always prefaces that joke by saying, I'm not, what did he say? Essentially hating on trans community. I'm hating on this one specific
one person. Right. Exactly.
Person.
Yeah.
So he wasn't either one. He wasn't listening, or he thought that was his moment to shine.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna say this is going to be real clever. And it got absolute. It was like literally bombing on stage from your seat.
Oh shit! What's up, Derek? Todd's producer. I clipped that. So Todd, shout out to the Sweet Potato Pod with Todd Royce. I did that last week, or was it this week? I did all the days meshed together. I think it was last week. Yeah, we're Tuesday. It was last week. Fucking Jesus,
it's running together.
And also during the whole week, two different shows. One lady comes up to me after the show, and you know, I was selling merch, being the whore that I am, and she goes, "Hey, can I just tell you that trans joke was so funny?" I was like, "Oh, thank you." And she goes, "And being a trans woman," which I had no idea she was trans. She goes, "It's so good. It's such a great joke." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, thank you." And then was it Sunday? Was the last one where the
tall,
yeah.
I think that was Saturday. That was
Okay.
Saturday. Yeah.
So Saturday, I'm, you know, and it was like the last people, this guy and this girl, real tall girl, thin, pretty, and they walk up, and the guy, you know, they're looking at my shirts, and the guy goes, this was his opener, Tyler. He goes, he not like, "Hey man, I enjoyed your show," or "Hey, how much of the shirt?" He goes, "Hey, my girl, do you think so? What would you say? You think she's trans or not?" And I'm like, "Hi, what?" I'm like, so I go, I don't know. And she goes, "Come on, guess. What would you say? You have to guess." And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Well, you'd be wrong. She's trans." And she's kind of like laughing, but then she's like, she says something like, "No, I'm a woman." And then he goes, "No, come on, quit lying. Tell me." And then she's like, I guess she was trans. I mean, and then he said,
"That's got to be annoying for her."
Yeah, I mean,
right. Exactly. Like that's his introduction to everybody. Guess if she's trans
exactly.
or not.
I'd be like, "Sir, we're at church."
Right.
Dude, that's the type of guy who's
taking
always
my order, sir. I'm just trying to order.
You know?
Wait, what'd you say, Tyler?
That's just the type of guy who's just like, you know, really proud of something that he has. He's just like, "Check this out, man. You wouldn't
or proud of what she
believe
has.
this."
Come on,
Exactly.
up top. You know what? Or doesn't have. I don't know. But
Wow.
but then he's like,
he's
like
proud of his
talking.
lady, but he's doing it the wrong way, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. And she goes, he goes, "Yeah, she wanted to buy one of your shirts because you're the only one that did a trans joke." And I was like, "Okay, cool. It's $25. Nice meeting
so
you."
Funny.
It was just so random, but I mean, you know, it's like it's always, you know, you never know how people are going to take, like, you know, I've done the story about going out with the little person, and there's been little people in the audience, and I'd say 99% of actually I can't think of anybody that's had a problem with it. And then the trans jokes, you know, or trans joke, it's you know, it's cool that they're like, "Oh, you know, I like the joke," you know, or I for whatever reason, because it's not like I say in the joke, I'm not trying to shit on trans people in general. It's about this story. It's a story that happened to me, and it's about this one specific chick that I went out with. But you know, I gotta have jokes in there. I mean, my whole point of being up there is to make people laugh. So you gotta have jokes up there.
People get upset just by you bringing up the whole fucking thing.
I know.
You took the words right out of my mouth. And I've heard somebody recently say this, and I don't know if it was somebody on stage or just in general. It's like the people who get offended the most are the people who have the least rights to being offended by it. But
Yes.
we're living in such a society right now where people just feel like I have to be angry about something. And then they're like, "Oh, that joke right there, that one made me mad." It's like, no, sit your ass down and be still. If the trans person didn't have a problem with it, why do you? Unless you're hiding something.
Yeah, right. People love witch hunting, man. They love witch hunting. Everybody's so quick to grab a pitchfork, you know.
I mean, it could be warlocks. Let's not, you know, be gender specific.
Yeah, we're trying to
witch. I feel like witch is not a gender specific term.
It's a warlock, a guy. I think. I don't fucking know. Definition of a Karen. Absolutely,
100%.
Carlos, we can roll right into what you wanted to talk about if you want.
Absolutely. And, you know, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. And again, Jay and I have talked about this obviously offline, but it's as comics, we have to protect our energy. And that's whether it be another comic or just people in general, because we have to go up there and we have to do a job. And so I'll speak for myself. On Friday, I got thrown off by a certain situation that happened. And then I don't feel like my set was as good because I was allowing it to get into my head versus just being like, "Man, fuck off. I got shit to do." But it's everything is about energy. And I say that even when I host, or even sometimes even not whenever I'm even hosting, as you said in general to the audience, that the comedy is about energy. So obviously the more energy you give to us, we can give it back to you. But that also goes for off stage, because we have to protect our energy in order to do our job effectively. So yeah, it wasn't a horrible set, but I felt like I definitely was like, man, I'm all over the place with this one, and I can't really grasp. I'm grasping at where I want to go with this because I'm overthinking it now versus just doing the job. So yeah, that was one for the books for me. I was like, man, out of all 7 shows, 6 out of 7 were great, and then it was that one. I'm like, man, fuck.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, you know, I'm trying to word where I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'll just move on. I'll move on because I was going to say, well, I mean, all I was just going to say is it was like the opening wasn't, you know, like the best setup, you know, like, you know, so anyways,
it was a lot. It was a lot going on. It was a lot of nothing going on, and that's where I have to take ownership in being like, okay, man, in any given situation, when we step on that stage, nothing outside of what you have to do on that stage matters. 100%. It doesn't matter at all. So all that matters really is what you're doing in front of those people and getting them to get on board with you. And like I said, I don't think they were riding with me, but it just wasn't typical for what I expect of myself.
But Todd, I'm gonna read your question here in a sec, Todd. I have it up there, but yeah, you know, it's so random, but like I take things from my life that you know can apply to comedy. Like I've always said that there's so many similarities between stand-up and martial arts or MMA. Like when I used to teach MMA or had a club in school, you know, like with stand-up and comedy and martial arts. In martial arts, first day, people, their first thing they want to know is how fast can I be a black belt? How fast can I get my black belt? In comedy, first thing, how soon can I headline? And we know a bunch of local comics here that are maybe a year or 2 years in and are like, I want to headline. How do I get to headline? And I'm like, dude, fucking get headline time first. You know, work on your art. But and then in customer service, I worked in customer service for years. And one of the things they always used to say, you know, when you're taking calls all day, you know, it may be your 100th call of the day, but it's the person you're talking to, that's their first call of the day. So, you know, I try and like keep that mentality, like, you know, this might be my 5th show of the week or my 2nd show of the night, and maybe I'm tired or whatever, but the people that are there, you know, this might be their first time ever coming to a comedy show. And, you know, do I want to leave them with a good memory or be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was all right. I don't want that. And I was talking to Carlos about that, where it's like, when I'm tired, like dealing with hecklers, when I'm tired, I get angry and mean quick. You know, like the fucking Boston comes out. I'm like, you fucking motherfuckers. But like there was something happened. It might have been that guy when he was saying the punching low. I don't know. But there was one of the shows where I was thankful that I was very well rested and I was able to, or maybe was it the first show?
Monday. That was Monday. That was
show. Yeah. Oh yeah, that fucking guy. There was a guy. We talked about that though on Tuesday, didn't we? Yeah, last Tuesday. But Todd asked, he said, as comics, do you feel it's more beneficial to actually interact with a person like that or ignore it? So I think he's talking about what threw your energy off. And so I'll let you answer that.
I think you just have to be strong mentally to interact with people in general. Because we're in a business where we have to interact with everybody, even comics and obviously just patrons of the business. And unless you're going to be standoffish, then you have to interact. So I think we have to be mentally stronger to deal with that and not let it affect us. Because again, it goes back to the job we have to do on stage, and that's why we're there. So nothing can really affect us outside of some family shit that you know that just pops up at the last minute. And even then, we still got a job to do. But it's just I say deal with it. You got to deal with it, or distance yourself from those people who are constantly have negative energy. There's no way around. If you can't, if they every time they come around, they have something negative to say, or they have some little side ass shit to say that does it in order to get you off your game, then yeah, you got to distance yourself from that type of person for sure.
Yeah, I was telling Carlos, a buddy here, Ed. Shout out to Ed from Brad Garrett's. He's one of the managers, but he told me something one time that I told Carlos that I've thought about getting it tattooed, and where he was saying the difference between being a thermometer or a thermostat. A thermometer will tell you the temperature, right? A thermostat sets the temperature. So be the thermostat. Don't be the thermometer where you're, and it was speaking to someone that, about someone that's like always, wants to be like the center of attention and like, like you've experienced it, Tyler, where you'll be in a green room or something, and maybe somebody like is always on, or they like I could be in the green room talking to you, Tyler, being like, yeah, my grandfather just died, and we're having like a moment or a serious conversation. Then somebody comes in, hey man, and they're like on fucking 10, and they're like, this is what's going on with me, and this is my shit, and I'm about this, and I'm fucking doing this. You're like, bro, we're like in the middle of a fucking conversation, man. Can you fucking take it down a notch? And that's when I fucking turn that little fucking thermostat down a little bit. But that was one of the dopest things I ever have heard when Ed told me that. I was like, that's fucking great.
But it's all good. Never. I look right into the camera. Never again.
Yeah.
I got you, bitch.
What were you saying, Tyler?
What would the tattoo be of? A thermometer or a thermostat?
You don't want to be a thermometer. You want to be the thermostat.
So he's got like a little square.
Or maybe just be the thermostat. Maybe just writing or words. There's a saying my own saying that I've said for a while, that I've thought about getting it either like 3 Ds tattooed for it, but I always say do, don't, did, meaning like, be about what you're doing, not about like, oh, I've done this and I've done this. Cool, who gives a fuck? Do, don't, did, But anyways, that's the philosophy corner of the day.
I want to get a tattoo in Chinese called with now or never. I think that's what I want. I think I want that one. But I don't trust. That's my problem right there. I was like, this motherfucker put a chicken fried rice on my arm, and I'll be like, yeah, this is straight.
There was a girl I worked with at, God, this is fucking 30 plus years ago, but at Sprint, I think, or Nextel. It was at Nextel, and we were all in the office, and she had a tattoo on her shoulder in like kanji, I think it was Japanese or whatever, and she goes, and somebody's like, oh, what's your tattoo? That's cool. What tattoo? What's that say? And she goes, oh, it says unique. And then this Japanese girl goes, that doesn't say unique. And she goes, well, what does it say? She goes, it says weird.
Unique and weird are both intertwined, though.
Yeah. I mean,
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to get real close to somebody who I trust that knows the language. But that's what I don't want to have.
My sister-in-law is Chinese, and I'm gonna see her this weekend.
Yeah, ask her. Just ask her to write it down in Chinese just to see.
Well, I have
not send her a picture of me first, and then be like, "Hey, this guy wants to get one." She'd be like, "Oh, dumbass."
What is it supposed to say?
Now or never. Now
or never.
It's now or never.
Dude, when I was in college, there was this chick that was all tatted up. Her name, I guess it doesn't matter her name, but I was standing next to my buddy who was a foreign exchange student from Morocco, and she had an Arabic tattoo on her back, and my buddy nudges me and he goes, Tyler, why does this chick have Coconut Bridge tattooed on her back? She was telling everybody it was Gemini, but it meant Coconut Bridge.
What the fuck? That person really was like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you want. I'm going to just... I think also there might be online that you can, what is this? What are the characters for this in Japanese or Chinese, and type it in, and then maybe reference it, go to a few websites and double check. But because we have to do a shorter one this today, should we get into the greatest game show that's ever been canceled? Here it is. Do you want to do the little song?
Slurred Speech. We should make AI do our goddamn Slurred Speech song.
Oh, I'll fuck it. Okay, I'll get that done for next week. Can you send me this art and then I'll get it all done?
Okay, yeah.
All right. Slurred Speech. Tyler's racist.
What? You're supposed to go beep 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 beep.
Yeah,
just a bunch of beeps.
Todd, what do you see this game, Todd?
All right. Let me see how I can do this.
And do you want to explain to Todd and anybody that hasn't seen us before?
Okay, yeah. Welcome to Slurred Speech. If this is your first time coming to this show, we started this game show I don't know how long, like a year ago, when I was talking about how I didn't know certain slurs in American, I guess is the best way of saying it, because I didn't really grow up in this racist ass country. So I was surprised when I found out there are so many slurs. So we invented this game where we say a word, and then the game contendants here will guess whether or not it is a slur. And if they say yes, for bonus points, they have to say who it is for. So it's just Jay and Carlos versus the audience today.
Let's go. Let's go.
We started a little late, so this might not be the most creative slurred speech, but first word of the day, you guys. Ice savages.
What the fuck? You fucking God, the fact that savages is in it. Jesus. Oh my God. Ice savages. I'll let you go first, Carlos. I'll defer to you.
We're going hard right out of the gate.
Dude, the last time we played this when I was fucking in tears because I was fucking wrong. Oh my God. You can go ahead and start this one off. Carlos.
I'm going to say no, it's not. I'm going to say no.
Weaseling out, you motherfucker. All right.
I ain't never heard such a I'm gonna say that.
Carlos sees a trap here. He's like,
right.
This could be offensive, but I don't know
so,
if this has actually been coined yet.
Yeah, Derek, and you can get two if you think it is a slur, you could get 2 points from it because if it is, and you say it is, and then if you name who it is, okay, you fucking ice savage. Ice savages. Those people are fucking ice savages. Oh fuck. What you know what sucks is I could say what are the it's not you can't say Eskimos anymore. That's a fucking slur. So what yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
It's
what are they? Ice savages?
Inuit.
Inuit. Thank you. I was gonna say, is it? But you know what? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Oh, I tried to get you guys, but you're both on the board with 1 point. No.
Okay.
This is from the cartoon show Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's what they call the water tribe.
Okay. Yeah.
I love where you get. I love the backstory on the ones that you make up. It's the fucking best.
Absolutely.
Oh, whew, okay. Dodged one bullet.
A lot of these are going to be fictional, or they're just completely nothing. But
did you just tell us?
Okay, great. So I'm saying no to all of them.
Right.
A lot of these.
Give us the answers.
My bad.
Now you have to really
number
throw
2. Hoo-ha.
It's against Busta Rhymes. Hoo-ha!
Right, that was it. I
was
like, yeah, who is that? What is that? A slur against Busta Rhymes?
I guess I got to go first.
Yes,
since I had you. Okay, fuck. What I would say possibly for like Hawaiian, but I don't know if J is a letter in Hawaiian. So I'm going to say no. Also, because Tyler told us most of these are not.
Oh.
I'm going to say no.
I'm actually going to say yes.
Let me clarify. When I said that most of these, I just mean that the ones that are not slurs are from fictional literature or television.
It's a nice way to try to clean that up. But
yeah, exactly. I'm going to say no, and Carlos, you're saying yes.
I'm saying yes, and I'm going to say it's directed towards some woman. I don't know what type of woman, but
woman.
You fucking
All right. It's gonna always be a race, just so you know.
Okay, well, let's go with.
I thought we
Yeah, I'm
had
going-
something for just women at one point. Like there was one I thought
No,
that was like
I would never. I would never.
Oh God, you fucking
it
ally.
was for white women. Was that slur?
Oh, okay, all right. Go ahead. All right, sorry.
Okay, well, this is gonna be for white women in England. I don't know.
British bitches.
British, yes.
So only one of you gets a point for this round, and that is Carlos, because it is a slur.
Fuck.
But it is a word that Mongolians use against Chinese people.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do we know what it
And
means?
It roughly translates to like Chinese immigrant, I think.
Interesting. Fuck.
You hoo-ha.
Oh.
Wait, what was that accent you threw in there?
Hoo-ha. That is
Hoo-ha.
All right.
It's for coochie, but not a slur.
Third word is wind-ups.
Oh, and this is
Wind-ups.
Carlos.
I'm going.
Victoria came
I'm
in
going
here
with-
super offended on the hoo-ha word. I don't know. Some of these words, I have no idea how offensive
Don't get
this
your
is.
panties in a bunch in your hoo-ha.
I'm gonna
Victoria.
go with yes, and this is for white dudes in America. You
Oh,
wind
whoops,
ups,
whoops.
wind ups. Yes, I'm
Wind
going with
ups.
yes.
Wind ups.
Carlos
Wind
is going
ups.
for yes.
Uh,
Jay, what's your answer?
I'm going to say no. I'm saying no because I can't think of anything wind up. I'm trying to think how that would apply to anything. So I'm going to say no.
Crowd's joining you in the no. Only one of you again get a point this round because you guys are going against each other. But it goes to Jay. That is not a slur. It is a slur that was used in the movie Friday the 13th, Freddy versus Jason X, when they call the robot people wind-ups.
I love it. I love
have
it.
to fact check
Deep
this
dive.
one.
Deep dive on that one.
That's fucking great. I love where you get these, Tyler. We got to fucking copyright this and start putting this into a board game.
Make it into
or
a
card
board game.
Oh fuck.
Number
This
4,
is for me.
hike.
Yes,
Hike.
for fucking white hippies. You fucking hike.
Oh. I like that. That's a good
I don't like your tone.
like-
That's telling me it's not because you're like, oh, okay, it's imaginative.
Okay.
And
But
but
Alright.
here's
Saying
what
yes
I'm
and for white
gonna play some strategy here now because if I miss it, then that means it goes up 1 point. So I'm going to say yes too, but I'm going to call this for I don't know, Mexicans.
Mexicans. Wow. And then the crowd's going.
And why is that, Carlos?
no.
What made you-
Because they hike over that fence.
Oh God, that is really offensive.
I'm glad you said it. I could say it. I couldn't get away with it.
There we go. Mine got canceled, Victoria. I don't have a social media anymore.
It's so funny. So yeah, hike. You guys answered the same, and you both get a point, but only one because neither one of you guessed it correctly. It is a slur in America for Italians. Apparently, this was from like the 1900s, early
Interesting.
1900s.
Hike.
I'm not sure what it means, or I don't know. I didn't see the origin. It just said like a old timey slur against Italians used in America.
Interesting. All right. All right.
If anybody,
we're
if
tied
anybody's
right
ever
now?
been called a hike, I apologize.
We're tied right now, right?
Yes, we are.
You guys are tied,
Oh, is this the last one?
and this is the last one.
All right.
Final word. Meat bags.
All right, I'm gonna step out on the limb here. I'm going to say no. 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 Meat bags.
Meat bags.
Meat bags.
Meat bags. I'm trying to. I always. If it's a yes, I'm trying to think like who would it apply to? Meat, and bags. Meat bags. What the fuck is a meat bag? Meat bag. I think I'm gonna say no too, and we're gonna be tied. We're gonna be tied either way. So you have like a sudden death. Where
you
sudden
guys
death should
are
be that we
right.
have to say a slur. Oh no, I'm gonna say no.
You guys
Oh,
are
it's
both
not.
correct. You are not. It is not a slur. It is from Futurama. It is what robots call humans.
Okay.
Okay. What do we do on a tie, Tyler? Do you have anything else?
I think I could pull one up. Let me see.
Meat eaters. Meat bags.
Here, I got the site still open.
It's your screensaver.
It's on my phone.
Yeah. Anytime you're living a Facebook comment, you're like, all right, let me look at this guy. Let me look at
Right.
the chart.
See, this is gold.
Yeah.
These fucking wind
You
ups.
fucking hoo-ha.
Dude, I really have to do like a little bit of research on it because sometimes I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound like it's racist, and then you're like, oh wait, this is incredibly racist.
Yeah. Like we always just want fun and games. We're not trying to really offend anybody on. Like,
I know, yeah.
that's why you'll never hear the N-word. You'll never hear fucking any other. You never hear any other of the well-known ones, so to speak.
The populars.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, we'll just have to do a tiebreaker on the next show. We'll keep it at
Okay.
keep it at a cliffhanger. I feel like if I do it all of a sudden, it'll be too easy.
I got you. All right. Well, here we can cut it now, and because we got to get to the thing. But Carlos, here, let me. Oh, do you want to take it out? Do you want to sing the song on our outro?
Do I want to sing it? I was
No,
gonna say
Slurred speech. That was slurred speech. Slurred speech. Y'all are definitely racist. That's how it is.
We should figure out like a sudden death, like something that's a little different. Like, I don't know. We'll talk about it off air. But Carlos, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow I head down to Lake. I was about to say Lake Havasu. What the fuck is it? Laughlin. I'm down in Laughlin tomorrow through Sunday. Next week I am at Comedy and Cocktails at Jimmy Kimmel's. Then headlining the Dirty at 12:30. Then pass the mic, but y'all can all find that on parttimefamous.com.
Boom.
Hell
and
yeah.
Mr. Smith.
I love the Dirty at 12:30. That's a great show.
Going down.
This weekend, dope show at Seattle at the Halcyon. Next weekend, we are at Roxy Theater in Bremerton and the Tacoma Comedy Club. And then I actually got a special announcement. The Dose Show is making it another appearance. We found a venue that's going to allow us to do the Dose Show in Bremerton, and it's scheduled for July 13th. So if you want to see comedians lose their minds on psychedelics, it should be a fun show.
Yes.
Boom.
One of my favorite non-traditional shows might be. It's definitely. It's either one or two. I don't know. It's one because I don't know it'd be two. Although Hated 8 was fucking awesome. And it's similar. So I think I might have told you this, Tyler. Carlos and I at Laughs Unlimited, they have a show called Hated 8. Really quick, I'll just tell you that you go up, you do 10 minutes of your best shit so people know you're funny, you know what you're doing. And then you have to go up and do 8 minutes of jokes that have never come out your mouth on stage ever. And if Jen hears something that she knows she's heard before, she'll fucking, you'll get a gong and hey, it's fucking this old joke. All right. I am at this weekend. I'm in Wichita, Kansas at Vorshay's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Next weekend I'll be in Medford, Oregon at Chadwick's, and then I got 4th of July weekend. I'm going to be doing a Don't Tell, and then that weekend, the 5th and 6th, I think I'm going to be at the Grand Comedy Club. You can go to bigirishdj.com for tickets. And until next week, we'll take you out with the new theme song, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Tune in every Tuesday. Got Carlos, got Tyler, and Jay on the airways. Talking life and comedy, culture and reality. 3 voices in harmony. HWP is the remedy. Every Tuesday, live on repeat. Feel the light. 5 you need to know. Carlos